Brown with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana. And today's video is going to be a fun one. So not about basketball cards, not about PWCC auctions, not about the NBA. This is about something that I saw on Instagram that is just absolutely incredibly intriguing to me. And immediately it made me send out like numerous texts with the shared link and asking my friends what would they choose. I know what I would choose, and I'm going to walk you through it. And I'm going to show you the dilemma. There's a movie out right now called Knock at the Cabin, where I haven't seen the movie, but apparently it's an M. Night Shyamalan, and you got to make these crazy decisions to save the world or kill your family or some crazy crap like that. Well, this is a little bit easier on the moral, ethical side. It's more about making the right financial decision based on your own particular skill set, your speed, your size, and then just how good you are at math. Because I think the answer, for me, at least in my perspective, the answer is very, very obvious. It would be different for different people depending on whether they're a good basketball shooter. So I'm going to switch you over to screen share. Here it is. Many of you might have seen it. And so look over here on the left, and I want to give credit where it's due. This is an Instagram post by Playmaker Garf and Playmaker Hoops. This is not mine. I didn't create it. I just want to talk about it because these guys are brilliant. You've got 60 seconds to make as many buckets as you can. What is your strategy? And then he gives you a breakdown here of how you can get paid, right? This is, of course, is a hypothetical. A layup is 1,000. A free throw is 10,000. A made three is 100,000. A half court make is 1 million. And then a full court make is 100 million. Yes, you heard that right. So I'm first going to take you through some of the comments, and then I'm going to take you through my thought process and what I would do, what my strategy would be in this absolutely beautiful 60-second hypothetical regarding hoops and putting your money where your mouth is. Okay, so first things first, there's no rebounder. Okay, so that was the first question that I asked. And I don't know if they updated it to make it clear there's no rebounder, but there is no rebounder. You have got to get your own rebounds. So that is definitely going to factor in to your decision making, as well as what your risk averseness is. How how risk averse are you, or how willing are you to take massive risks with this hypothetical money that you have not yet made? So just reading through some of the comments, look at some of these. This guy's like, I'm going to shoot a half court shot, then layups, and then 3-pointers based on the rebound or where I get the ball back. Okay, so first of all, I think that's dumb to take one half court shot because it's probably a real half court shot, right? A lot of people are like, hey, I just made a half court shot. Well, you were like 6 feet in front, right? Those are big difference. I'm assuming in this hypothetical, your feet got to be behind the line. So that first half court attempt is probably going to use, depending on how crappy your rebound is, probably going to use about 10 of your 60 seconds. I think that's a terrible idea. I also think it's a terrible idea to run all the way under the goal to shoot layups and then to run all the way back to the 3-point line to shoot threes. I do like the fact that he mentions based on the rebound, it could dictate where your next shot is taken. So that's something to kind of tuck away. That might make sense to me, is if you shoot a three and the rebound's short, maybe you pop in a quick free throw for $1,000. But we'll get to my strategy in a second. But I want to read some more really stupid comments. And so very rarely am I negative on this show, but these people deserve to make no money because their ideas and their strategy is very stupid. So this guy's like all 3-pointers, rebound every shot and lay it up. After the layup, I'm back to the 3. And so this is D-Money 916. His idea is, you shoot all threes, but every time you shoot a 3, if it goes in or the rebound's close, you put it back in for a $1,000 layup, then you run back to the 3, rinse, repeat, and keep going. Okay, not the end of the world. Ordera Montoya says, Mike and Drill, I'm cashing out on all those layups, LOL. Thank God he put LOL, because shooting just layups, if you have any semblance of basketball shooting ability, is a terrible, terrible decision. But Ordera Montoya says, Mike and Drill City. And for those of you who don't know, the Mike and Drill is named after the great George Mikan, 1948 Bowman rookie card, of course. First dominant big man, big white dude with, glasses and croquis on the back, really nerdy looking dude, but he was bigger than everybody. He had a drill where he would shoot a layup, you get the rebound, you shoot a layup with your left hand, you get the rebound, you shoot a sweeping layup with your right hand, get a rebound, shoot a sweeping layup, rinse, repeat over and over. It's called the Mike and Drill. Every kid should be taught the Mike and Drill growing up, but as we know in North America with the AAU culture and the shoe circuit culture, people are probably not being taught the Mikan drill. They're probably being taught something called the Steph Curry drill right now. Ariel Moshi 23 says, in 1 minute, I could probably shoot 20 to 25 threes and probably make 5 to 7 easy. Number one, I don't have a problem with you making 5 out of 25 threes. I think a lot of average basketball players could do that. I do have a problem with you thinking you could shoot and get your own rebound for 25 threes in 60 seconds. I don't think you were very good at math, or maybe your math teacher failed you, but that ain't happening. You're not going to get 20 threes off in 60 seconds if you're getting your own rebound. So that is a preposterous response. That is the first absolutely ridiculous response. Nonstop Jordan says 1 minute to make 5 threes easy. So everybody so far, we're seeing threes. Pole Bull LOL says endless threes is the correct answer. I'll give you a spoiler alert. He's getting close. All threes, because let's say I can make a layup every second. That's only 60,000. If I can at least only hit 1 3, that's 100,000. Well, that right there is the best logic so far. 1 made 3 is worth the same as 100 layups. And we know we're not making 100 layups. And we know any moron can make 1 3 in 60 seconds. And so I think you can eliminate layups. And so I'll give you a little spoiler alert. Eliminate the layups. The layups should never factor in. I don't think you should shoot a 3, get the ball, make a layup. I don't think you should ever shoot a layup unless you absolutely are the worst basketball player that we've ever laid eyes on. So layups should be eliminated from this equation. That leaves us with, let's go ahead and also remove full court shot. I've never seen a full court make in my entire life. Literally, no one would ever take one because it means you would be out of bounds. So we're going to eliminate the $100 million. And to be honest, who needs $100 million when you can make sure you make $1 million on some of these other shots? So we're going to eliminate layups from the equation. And we're definitely going to eliminate full court shot because 99.9% of the human beings out there couldn't baseball pass a basketball from one end of the court to the other, let alone make the shot with a baseball pass. So that should definitely be eliminated by any person who wants to apply logic to this scenario. I'm going to say shoot threes because no matter how many layups, okay, we just did that, yeah. Rotate between free throw and layup for sure. CJ Espajut, the bodybuilder, is certain that you should rotate between free throws and layups. Start with the free throw, get rebound, lay it in, then repeat. The problem with that is if for 60 seconds you make every single free throw and every single layup, you would barely make more money than if you made 1 3 in 60 seconds. So CJ Spute, stick to bodybuilding, and definitely I don't get the impression that you're going to have a smooth rotation on the ball and a smooth jumper because you're a little bit too ripped up. I'm a little jealous of the Instagram profile pic, but I think you're going to probably need to take my advice on the basketball stuff and leave that to the basketball players. Maja Blaza, full court shots. You only need to hit 1. Dumb. Absolutely preposterous. Indefensible. Stupid in every sense of the word. Comment if you disagree and you're going to take maybe 2 or 3 full court $100 million heaves. Go for it. Let me know if that works out for you. I don't think it is, and I will have words with anybody who says otherwise. Strategy is different depending on whether you have a rebounder or not, and so I think this is the types of comments that led them to update their post to make it very clear. The author updated their post to make it clear there is no rebounder. So this guy, Daw Shrek, comes back with, am I going to get a 1099 in the mail from this? And the answer is yes. If Biden finds out about it, you damn right you will. Now there's a few questions that need to be answered before playing. This is Run Trey Run. Do I get 1 ball or unlimited? Do I grab my own rebound? And so that's why they updated it. Go with my strength, the half court shot. The answer is there is no rebounder, so you've got to get your own rebounder. So let me just give you my strategy. We've already explained why to eliminate layups because 1 layup is 100 layups is worth the same as 1 3, and I could shoot it left-handed, underhanded, make 1 3 in 60 seconds. So I'm going to toot my own horn a little bit here. At one point, I was number 1 in the nation in three-point shooting in NAIA during my sophomore season, my freshman season, my sophomore year in college, shooting a really high percentage, a little over 50%. In an open gym, taken hundreds of thousands of shots, as many people who have played collegiate basketball or certainly professional basketball, shoot on the gun, and the gun keeps track of how many makes. The gun's a shooting machine that you may have seen with a big net that catches the balls, it kicks them out to you. You shoot it, and it denotes whether or not it's a make or a miss, and it can calculate your percentage for you and how many makes or misses and how many shots you've taken. So just shooting on the gun for years and years and decades, I can tell you that I shoot in an open gym from a college three-point line just under 80% as an adult male, right? I was significantly higher than 80% from three in an open gym, obviously during my playing years, but I'm guessing that since I don't ever freaking touch a basketball, I'd probably be, let's say worst case, 70%. So the question is, how many threes can you get up, or how many threes can I get up? I would skip over the free throw because a three is worth 10 times as much. But you can't make 10 times as many free throws in 60 seconds as you can threes. In other words, if I only made 3 3-pointers, that's 300,000. I can't make a free throw a second rebounding my own basketball. No one on earth could, right? Rick Barry couldn't make 30 free throws in 60 seconds. It's just not possible. There's too much time in between. Even if you were perfect and making every single one, you can only take so many free throws in 30 seconds. So the question is, how many threes can you get off? We've eliminated the full court shot. I'm risk averse enough to eliminate the half court shot as well. The question is, do you start at half court and take that one shot? It could backfire if you get a horrible rebound that goes left or right and it's taking all that time to track your rebound down. I would probably stick I'm just telling you, I would stick exclusively to 3-pointers. The question is, how many can you take? It depends on how many you make, because that will dictate how many bad rebounds there are out there where you have to chase it down. You also have to take into account, and I don't know if many of you have done this, I know we all step out there and warm ups and chuck up threes and stuff like that, but if there's 60 seconds, you better bet your ass I'm going to be sprinting, and so would you be sprinting from shot to rebound to shot to rebound. So you're going to get more tired shooting threes than you are shooting layups or free throws. So I've taken that into account as far as how many threes you could get up in 60 seconds. I'm guessing you could probably get up 12. And that's really, really pushing it. And you would really need some good luck on your makes and your rebounds. Obviously, the more you make, the more likely it is to come right back to you and you take a few steps back and keep stroking it, right? That's what she said. So I think you could probably get 10 to 12 threes up. If I'm shooting, let's say 60 to 70%, that means I'm making 6 to 7 to 8. That's 800,000. You definitely can't make 800 layups in 60 seconds, so that's eliminated. You definitely can't make 80 free throws in 60 seconds. We've talked about the math on that. That doesn't add up. You would win if you made one out of your 5 half-court shots. Do we shoot 20% from half-court, like truly shooting behind the half-court center line? And then that begs the question, is it a high school court? Is it an NBA court? Because that distance is different. And also, we should have asked the question, is it an NBA or a college three-point line? My analysis changes drastically. Let me tell you, I'll be the first one to admit it, that, and I've played on courts with NBA three-point lines and professional three-point lines, and compared to the college three-point line, that's a huge difference, especially at the center arc, right? The next question is, do you shoot from straight on, or do you shoot your threes from the corners or the wings? Obviously, I think you would probably want to shoot from straight on because, or you can maybe go arc to arc. Maybe that's the way to do it. Maybe shoot from one wing, and then as you get your rebound, instead of planting and turning directions and coming back to the same wing you just shot it from, you just let your momentum carry you. I used to do a drill where I would have to make 10 threes, but it would be arc to arc, right? Wing to wing, like diagonal wing to wing, and you'd shoot it and make it, get your ball, go to the next one, and you do it, and you see how long it would take, and you got to make 10 in a row, and you don't stop until you make them. That way you're not shooting from the top of the key, running, getting your ball, planting, turning your back to the basket, running all the way back to the top of the key, turning all the way around again. Sometimes it's easier to go arc to arc and go wing to wing like that. I would obviously take into account, I would shoot it from wherever the rebound takes me, because if you're a proficient, good basketball player who can shoot the ball from the three-point line, you're probably going to want to shoot where the momentum from the rebound takes you. It might take you back to the top of the key, but there's many of us out there where the top of the key is not our most proficient spot on the court. In fact, if you look at the shot charts for a lot of NBA players, Sometimes the wings and the corners, well, the corners is different in the NBA because the corners are shorter, right? But some people shoot better from one side of the floor than the other. I'm no exception. I shoot better on one side of the floor than the other. I know that sounds weird because it's all the same, but it's really not. There's something about it, whether you're left-handed, right-handed, and just the way that your brain is wired. Some people shoot better at the top of the key. I think the average person would just common sense think, I'm going to go to the top of the key and shoot straight on so I can line it up like a bowler in a bowling alley. But I think the answer is I'm taking threes, and I don't think there's any doubt about it. Even if I only got 10 off, and even if I only made half of them, that's 500 grand in 60 seconds. The odds of me making one half-court shot in 60 seconds it's more likely I wouldn't than I would. That's absolutely certain. I mean, there's days where you may take 15 half-court shots if you're even if you're a good basketball player and not make one. It would suck to walk away with 0 when you know you could have shot threes and certainly made 2, 3, 4, 5 of them and made $500,000. So I think the answer is threes upon threes. I would not shoot layups or free throws in between or waste any time on that. Threes are worth 10 times as free throws. You can't make 10 times as many free throws as threes, and you don't shoot 10 times the percentage. None of it really adds up. So threes is definitely the answer. And let me know what you think. I'm curious. I'm really curious to see what your comments are. And if you want to get a kick, go onto Instagram and keep reading some of these comments. Some of these, this guy, Justin J. Simpson, he should change his name so nobody knows who he is on Instagram. Make one from half court, like that's just a foregone conclusion. He's going to make his first one, and then run back and try a full. Like Justin J., have you ever thrown a ball 80 feet in the air and tried to make it on a 10-foot hoop on the other end? Caleb Proctor says free throws. Wrong, Caleb. You've only got one post ever, and that's not going to work. Miami to Seattle, mic and drill all day. I think he just wanted people to know he knew what the mic and drill was. Jackson Moffitt looks like maybe a JV player at a private white school. He says try full court for 20 seconds. If I can't make that, I'm going for 3. First of all, how many full court shots do you think you can get off in 20 seconds when you've got to get your own freaking rebound? And then as many layups as possible. So that's the dumbest answer yet. That's even worse than just making a bunch of layups. That's the dumbest answer yet. Start with half court, then shoot threes until like 5 seconds, then take a half court again. I don't hate it. E. Burgett, number 4. I don't hate that. Threes and layups, half right, all free throws. I can shoot at least 70%. Congratulations, Shaq. That's fantastic. So can Giannis, and he's the worst free throw shooter in the league. The answer is not that. If you can shoot 70% from free throw line, you can shoot 20% from 3 and make significantly more money. So your math in and of itself, even when you admit you're a bad free throw shooter, would lead one to believe that you're also going to be a bad three-point shooter, but you should still make 1 or 2. I'm going to bang 3 after 3 after 3 for 1 minute. I love it. I love the confidence main scoring, just like I do leaving the bars. Wow. Talking sexual trash and basketball trash in the same comment, unless that's a drinking alcohol trash talk. I'm not really sure. If I shoot 10 half-court shots, I'm making at least 2. Donnie, you're not. I'm going to tell you right now, you're not, Donnie. I know you may think you are, but I promise you you're not. And so that's a bad decision. And thank you for the Instagram post of a picture with you on the toilet with a counterfeit money machine next to you. Anyway, that's it, guys. I just thought that was a cool little hypothetical. Every once in a while, I'll see stuff like this on Instagram and then put it on here. And it's a conversation piece. Love it, hate it, whatever. Let me know what you think about some of those silly comments. Let me know what you think about my strategy. I'm threes, start to finish, no question about it. That suits my style. Obviously, if you're a little kid, or maybe you just would never make a 3 just because you're not good at basketball, then maybe free throws or layups are the way to make sure you put some cash in your pocket. But I'm almost positive for anybody that's good or bad at basketball, half court and full court is not the answer. I want to know what you guys think in the comments, and I'm going to let me know if you like this video. It's just fun to put stuff like this on here and talk about it. On Instagram, you got to type it all out, but on here, on my channel, we get to talk about it as much as we want. So comment below, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Keep collecting cards, stay positive in the hobby, and congratulations on becoming a millionaire. Peace.